A jury of 12 people, peers, over the course of 6 weeks, deliberated on the evidence and facts and unanimously determined guilt. The reality is cheaters don't like getting caught. And
let me see if I got this straight. Kamala thinks she's a hottie Harris, is going to call into question someone else's morality, referring to Donald Trump as, quote, a cheater who got caught. This is a person who literally slept their way to the bottom. She literally had an affair so that she could cash it in for a political gig in California. And she's going to talk about Donald Trump? Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth. Somebody with the top of the line.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And once you are, smack the bell, click the word all to get notification of my rants, my ravings, and my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Fanni Willis is, well, you can just say done. You know, watching some of the liberal commentators on the Lying Legacy Corporate Corrupt mainstream media, as well as even some figures within alternative media like Anna Kasparian over at the Young Turks, try to do this mental gymnastics and twisting of that Fanni really had Donald Trump in the crosshairs. And this is Anna's takeaway. She should have brought the charges sooner. That Trump's only card to play here is delay. Anna, I'm going to pay you a little respect here, and I've never done that before, but, you know, on certain issues, you do seem to be kind of awakening, especially on the woke crapola, and an understanding that the whole transgender, accepting any guy in a beard that wants to call himself a girl and play on a track team is pushing back and destroying literally all the accomplishments that have been made in the women's rights movement. You're one of the first on your side of the aisle to really get that and point it out, as well as the fact that this whole, you know, having no law and order, especially in a place like California, it's not working. And so I thank you for that. However, on a lot of issues, Anna, you're not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. Sorry to be that blunt about it, but it's true. It wasn't Donald Trump or his lawyers that were the ones that got this rolling as far as looking into Fanni Willis and her boy toy, Nathan's hot dog. It was one of the co-defendants because Fanni overcharged this thing, brought people in, and one of the co-defendants said, have you taken a look at Nathan's divorce and the fact that his ex-wife has a lot of details to share about what he and Fanni have been up to and where they got the money to do it with? That's what got this all rolling. So, you know, so Anna, to try to think that, you know, she waited too long, and then when she tried to bring the charges, the Trump team sprang into action. Actually, it was the attorney of one of the co-defendants. That's number one. Number two, this she has to be disqualified. I mean, the judge was compromised. He actually worked for Fanni. It has been proven he gave money to Fanni's election as DA for Fulton County. He knows. It's the reason he allowed this thing to go forward, actually encouraged the Trump team, hey, you want to take this to the appellate division and appeal my findings on it? Go for it. He wanted a way out. He didn't like being caught there, and Fanni has been so cocky because she assumed because she had her boy on the bench as the judge that, the little slap on the wrist, you got to tell Nathan he can't work on the case anymore. Okay. Well, that judge knows that Fanni's corrupt. This whole, she doesn't keep financial records. She has piles of cash in the house. Nathan didn't keep any financial records, but he knew how to bill 24 consecutive hours, and Fanni just signed off on it. And when this gets to the appellate division with a lot of red state judges there in Georgia, and this gets before, even the state legislative body in Georgia is looking at this, this case is officially over. It has nothing to do with how long Fanni waited to bring it. And Anna, if you haven't figured this out, the reason Fanni waited, the reason the Department of Justice waited, this was all under the direction of Joe Biden and the Democrats. They wanted to hit Trump with this a year out from the election so that it would be one full year of this being in the news cycle and keeping Trump off the campaign trail, thus denying him an opportunity for re-election. And it has backfired colossally. This old game plan was cooked up by Chuck E. Cheese Schumer and Nancy Botox Pelosi and the rest of the establishment ilk within the Democrat Party. And James Carville, the Raging Cajun's been trying to warn him. This ain't working. This ain't working. It's like seeing your grandma naked. You can't unsee it. It's bad. It's not working. Stop. Well, he's right about that. It's not working. It's working to Trump's favor. I really think on Election Day, when Trump is reelected, he needs to, thank Alvin Bragg. Did you see that a GOP senator yesterday has invited Judge Munchkin, who presided over that farce in Manhattan of the 34 felony indictments against Donald Trump? They've invited him to the inauguration of Donald Trump. Oh, that's great. That is classic. That is pure classic. But Fanni's done. Stick a fork in her. She's done. She should have recused herself. Now, the appellate court, let's say they find in the Trump team favor. Fanni can appeal. Take it all the way to the state Supreme Court. If Donald Trump loses the appeal, he's going to appeal and take it all the way to the Supreme Court. So this case in Georgia is effectively over. Sayonara, done. And to all you hand-wringing liberals, Donald Trump, he's just going to pardon himself. Then you're trying to, coax yourself into, but wait, it's a state charge. He can't do that. You keep trying to turn these state charges into federal issues, there's going to be some precedents made. The whole thing in Manhattan was a bunch of state misdemeanors that they have turned into a violation of federal election law. Alvin Bragg doesn't have the credentials to try anything at the federal level. So there's grounds for appeal right there. And if you're turning that into a federal crime, that opens the door for a federal pardon. Bum, ba-dum, bum. But the case in Georgia is effectively over, and I really do believe the Supreme Court is going to end Department of Justice Smith's wet dream fantasy of the documents case in Mar-a-Lago. Gee, they seized records from Mike Pence. They seized records from Joe Biden in multiple locations, completely wide open, unsecured. Neither Joe Biden or Mike Pence had any authorization ever to remove any classified files. They were never president. Donald Trump, as president, has the authorization to take any file he wants and to declassify it whenever he wants. Yet, the guy that had the authority, he's the one charged, and the people who had no authority, they just get to walk away? Yeah, the case in Florida is done. Now we just wait and see, what does Judge Munchkin do at the sentencing on July the 11th? Will he give Trump jail time? I personally think he's going to try. It's about to get interesting.